First, let me show you the location of where to start the quest to get the 100% XP boosting accessory. This is the hardest quest you can start in the early game and demo, and as you can see, I am severely underleveled for this quest and playing on expert mode. Despite this, I still won the battle. This is to show that if I can do it with all these handicaps, you can do it just as well on a lower difficulty with higher level characters by following the strategies I employ in this video. Before that, let me give you an example of how strong this 100% XP boosting accessory is. It stacks with all the other XP boosting weapons and accessory for a whopping 150% increase in XP gain. Pair it with the XP boosting Valor skill, and you have 250% more XP. This level 1 character got 8 levels in just one catapult strike by using this. But that's not all you get from beating this quest. You get a staff that revives defeated characters during battle. This staff is really slept on, and I will be using it to make the most overpowered team build ever. Subscribe to see that video as soon as it is released. With that settled, I'll explain what to do for the actual battle now. I will only be using 2 teams for this map. One to simply sit and defend my base, while the other sets out to beat the bosses. The very first boss of this map is the strongest and is very well protected. I cannot one-round him with my team. I have to slowly chip away at his defending units until he has nothing left to support him. I always want to go for the archers first to avoid taking chip damage from their ranged assists. There's also several hidden enemy units in the forest here. I do not want to engage them and opt to lure them out. For now, I'll focus on the enemy units close to the boss. I couldn't move fast enough to get the cav out of the range of the archer support. But my units are fine, and now I can go straight for that archer. I have to be careful to not trigger the archer support zone from the tower. Only then will I go in. With the archer gone, I can go for the cav now. Still have to be wary to not trigger that archer tower support zone. Now I can finally strike the tower with those units out of the way. The hidden units are only on the north side of the forest. Attacking from the south side is safe. I must rest now, since I have no more stamina left. Be very careful whenever you rest. Always do it out of the way of any enemy pathing. Meanwhile, my defense team is doing a good job holding on. If your defense is struggling, I recommend you deploy a secondary team to assist them. Once our strike team is rested, I must now engage in brutal battles of attrition against this boss here. And in this fight, you can see that they actually kill my Joseph. But there's no other unit for me to rely on against this boss, since I'm severely underleveled. This fight would be a lot easier if I could field a team of 4 instead of 3. But my renown is not high enough to be able to recruit 4 characters. Luckily, I have plenty of unused recovery items from previous battles. I revive Joseph and heal him, then go back to banging my head against this wall of a fight. Since my odds are looking better now, I decided to watch a play-by-play on how this fight goes. Thanks to the quick impetus skill from the cat hood accessory my cleric has, Joseph is able to attack immediately after his first strike. But they guard all Joseph's attacks, and also have an anti-flight unit shield. My poor Griffin is not able to do anything while also being 5 levels below the boss. These calves are also stacking attack buffs on each other to do a tremendous amount of damage to Joseph. That's how they managed to kill him in the first bout. But there's nothing stopping me from defeating him now that his 2 auxiliary units are dead. I just need to use my remaining 2 stamina to finally put an end to him. The second phase of the map begins once he is defeated. We are going to avoid getting anywhere near the ballista and go around it by heading to the forest. Like and share this video if my breakdown is helping you out on this map. Also, feel free to let me know in the comments below of anything in particular you would like to see in a video. I will now set my accessories and gambits back to how they usually are now that Cav Boss is gone. This will help me one-round the next boss, since they are just full of infantry. In addition, make sure to capture the ruins here for 6,000 gold. The boss is heavily fortified from the south. Striking from the north is the best bet. However, we must not attack the boss straight away. I'll explain why. It may look like we one-round the boss, but this calculation does not take into consideration the magical support these wizards provide. If we were to approach the boss anyway, you can see that I do a lot less damage and take a whole lot more. Whenever a support unit is used in a fight, it also re-rolls the damage calculations. We have to lure them away somehow before we begin our attack. Once we are in a spot where infantry cannot reach, they will head straight for my base instead. But our time is running out. I must use my valor skill to increase my speed. Nevertheless, I cannot be too hasty. I will wait until every mage has left the vicinity before my attack begins. All their support circles are out of range. Now is the time to end this.